On December 1, 1955, the world watched as a seemingly ordinary bus ride in Montgomery, Alabama became a pivotal moment in the fight for civil rights. This day would be etched in history as a turning point, where the struggle for equality took a bold step forward. Rosa Parks, a 42-year-old African-American seamstress, refused to give up her seat to a white man on a crowded bus. Her quiet yet resolute defiance was a powerful statement against the systemic racism that permeated every aspect of life in the South. This act of defiance ignited a firestorm of protest, forever changing the course of American history. The courage of one woman sparked a movement that would challenge the very foundations of segregation and discrimination. Parks's courageous stand against segregation sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a 381-day protest that galvanized the civil rights movement and propelled a young preacher named Martin Luther King Jr. onto the national stage. This boycott was not just a protest, it was a powerful demonstration of unity and resilience. This is the story of Rosa Parks, the quiet warrior whose unwavering spirit challenged injustice and inspired a nation to rise up for equality. Her legacy is a testament to the power of individual action in the face of systemic oppression. This single, defiant act, captured in black and white photographs that reverberated around the world, became a symbol of the long struggle for racial equality in America. These images served as a powerful reminder of the injustices faced by African Americans and the urgent need for change. It was a testament to the power of one person's courage to challenge an unjust system and ignite a movement for change. Rosa Parks' bravery showed that even the smallest acts of resistance could have a profound impact. Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat on that December day was not simply about a bus ride. It was about dignity, respect, and the fundamental right to be treated as an equal human being. Her actions highlighted the daily humiliations and injustices faced by African Americans. Her story reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, one person's stand for justice can ignite a movement that changes the world. Rosa Parks' legacy continues to inspire generations to fight for equality and justice. The Montgomery bus boycott, sparked by Parks' arrest, became a testament to the power of collective action. It demonstrated how a community united in purpose could challenge and dismantle an oppressive system. For over a year, African Americans in Montgomery refused to ride the city's buses, enduring hardship and inconvenience to challenge the system of segregation that had oppressed them for generations. Their determination and solidarity were crucial in sustaining the boycott. Their boycott, a triumph of organization and resilience, crippled the city's transportation system and drew national attention to the plight of African Americans in the Jim Crow South. It was a powerful example of how nonviolent resistance could bring about significant social change. It was a pivotal moment in the fight for civil rights, demonstrating the power of nonviolent resistance to challenge injustice and bring about lasting change. The legacy of the Montgomery bus boycott continues to inspire movements for justice and equality around the world. To understand the profound significance of Rosa Parks' courageous act of defiance, one must first comprehend the oppressive and dehumanizing reality of life in Montgomery, Alabama, under the harsh Jim Crow laws. This system of legalized racial segregation, which had reigned supreme in the South since the end of Reconstruction, permeated every aspect of life for African Americans, dictating where they could live, work, and even whom they could marry. From cradle to grave, they were subjected to a relentless barrage of discriminatory laws and social customs designed to enforce their second-class status and strip them of their dignity. Public spaces, including schools, restaurants, restrooms, and even water fountains, were rigidly segregated, with African Americans often forced to use inferior facilities. Signs bearing the humiliating words "white" and "colored" served as constant, painful reminders of the racial hierarchy that defined Southern society and kept African Americans in a perpetual state of subjugation. African Americans were relegated to inferior facilities, denied access to economic opportunities, and subjected to routine humiliation and violence, which was often sanctioned by the state. The threat of lynching loomed large, a brutal form of racial terrorism designed to instill fear and maintain white supremacy. This violence was a constant, terrifying presence in their lives. In Montgomery, like in many southern cities, public transportation was a microcosm of this oppressive system, reflecting the broader societal norms of segregation and discrimination. Buses were segregated, with black passengers relegated to the back and required to give up their seats to white riders if the white section was full. regardless of their own needs or circumstances. This meant that even after a long, exhausting day of work, African Americans were expected to stand so that white passengers could sit, further emphasizing their inferior status. This blatant injustice, a daily reminder of their subordinate status, was a source of constant humiliation and deep-seated resentment, fueling the desire for change and equality. Rosa Louise Macaulay was born on February 4, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama, into a world where racial segregation was deeply entrenched, affecting every aspect of life for African Americans. Her childhood was marked by the constant indignities and injustices faced by African Americans in the Jim Crow South, where laws and social norms enforced racial discrimination. She attended segregated schools, where resources were scarce and opportunities limited. Yet she persevered with determination. Her family, though poor, instilled in her a strong sense of self-worth and a belief in the importance of education, which became a cornerstone of her life. Parks's early experiences with racism, including a harrowing encounter with a white bus driver who threatened her when she was just a child, left an indelible mark on her, shaping her views on justice and equality. She witnessed firsthand the brutality and injustice of the Jim Crow system, shaping her unwavering commitment to fighting for racial equality and justice for all. As a young woman, Parks married Raymond Parks, a barber and active member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or NAACP, who shared her passion for civil rights. Together, they became deeply involved in the struggle for civil rights in Montgomery, working tirelessly to challenge the status quo. Parks served as secretary of the local NAACP chapter, working tirelessly to register black voters and advocate for equal rights, often facing significant risks. Her involvement in the NAACP exposed her to the legal strategies and organizing tactics that would later prove crucial in the fight against segregation, providing her with invaluable experience. It was during this time that she developed her deep commitment to social justice and honed her skills as a leader and organizer, preparing her for the pivotal role she would later play in the civil rights movement. In the immediate aftermath, the world was left in shock. The events had unfolded so quickly it was almost impossible to comprehend the full magnitude of what had just happened. People everywhere were trying to make sense of the chaos, grappling with a mix of emotions, fear, confusion, and grief. Governments and organizations scrambled to respond, while communities came together in solidarity, showcasing the resilience of the human spirit. It was a time of uncertainty, but also a time when the strength of unity shone through. As the dust began to settle, the long journey of recovery and rebuilding started. The path ahead was daunting, but there was a glimmer of hope, a belief that from this devastation, a stronger and more united world could emerge. In 1955, a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement took place. The Montgomery bus boycott began, sparked by Rosa Parks' courageous act of defiance. Her refusal to give up her seat to a white passenger led to a year-long boycott of the bus system by the African American community. This peaceful protest was instrumental in challenging segregation and brought national attention to the struggle for civil rights. Rosa Parks dedicated her life to justice and equality. Even after the boycott, she continued to work tirelessly for civil rights. She became an icon of resistance and an inspiration to generations. Her activism extended beyond the buses of Montgomery, as she fought for racial and social justice throughout her life. Her unwavering commitment to the cause made her a true champion of human rights. The legacy of Rosa Parks endures to this day. Known as the mother of the civil rights movement, her quiet strength and determination have left an indelible mark on history. Her story is a testament to the power of individual action in the face of injustice. Rosa Parks showed that one person's courage can ignite a movement and bring about profound change. Rosa Parks' story reminds us that small acts of courage can lead to significant change. Her decision to remain seated was a simple act, yet it had a monumental impact. It's a powerful reminder that each of us has the ability to make a difference. By standing up or sitting down for what is right, we can contribute to a more just and equitable world.